Hello everyone and welcome back to another video with On Point Politics, and today we're going to be talking about a bunch of new set of polls that have come out and why it proves me right about the 2024 presidential election. Make sure to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel if you want more content just like this. Guys, your eyes are not deceiving you. This is the polling map for the 2024 presidential election. This is the polling map. All of the traditional swing states are red, including the state of Virginia, which is absolutely insane. And you may say, well, how is Virginia now a Republican state on the polling map? It is now a 0.4 percentage point lead for the former president. And we can see here in this latest poll, Donald Trump leads by 2 points in a head-to-head matchup with undecideds. And when you basically include leaners, it's a tied poll. And when you factor in third-party candidates, Donald Trump leads by 5 points in the state of Virginia, and he leads Harris by roughly the same amount. There's no leanings for her, but we see Trump leads by 5 in a full field with all the third-party candidates, which express sentiments that people are not pleased with the Biden administration. Everybody's been telling me, oh, he's not confirmed to be on every single state ballot. But just because RFK is not on the state ballot doesn't mean the voters are going to get there and say, oh, I might as well just vote for Biden now. That's not how this works, guys. And so that is something very interesting there to kind of see take place. And if we go to example here, we look at Pennsylvania. Emerson College just put on new polls with this one as well. Pennsylvania, R+5. Wisconsin, R+5. That poll tends to be pretty off. Either 6 to 7 points off in favor of Joe Biden and the Democrats. If we look at Michigan, R+3. That poll tends to be off by 2 to 3 points. Arizona, R+7. Georgia, R+6. Nevada, +5. North Carolina, +7. All of these, except Michigan, are in the likely Republican column. Seeing this, we realize this is a huge problem for the Biden campaign. But not only that, it makes my predictions in my election model even more realistic. A lot of people have been bashing my model saying, oh, it's unrealistic. You have a red wave election. There's no way that's going to happen. But this is definitely possible. Wisconsin being a 10-point victory with an R+5 poll, considering the polling error there is pretty bad, is not that unrealistic. Even for example, if we go to Pennsylvania, R+11, that poll was let's look at that, R+5 or something. I mean, maybe it's not as high as this, but definitely 8 to 9 points is in the realistic possibility, considering that polling tends to underestimate Republicans in some of these states. And that's going to be a big problem for polling this cycle. Once again, the model basically takes into account the RCP aggregate, the swing in the popular vote, the Biden approval rating in every single state, the difference between Trump's approval and Biden's approval, a demographic model, all the polling data, and the 2008 to 2020 results. And we basically look at the average swing and trend in every single state. That's pretty much what we look at. And then we look at the difference in their approval ratings, and results are also spit out from this side of the model as well. And averaged out with this column, we basically end up with this. This is basically what you get at that point. And let me tell you, this is completely horrendous for the Biden campaign. And look, R+1 Virginia. And we literally have a poll that has Trump winning by 5 points with third-party voters. If I were to basically plug in this and say that it's +5 now because of that poll, it literally boosts his entire thing by a point or something like that. It's a pretty big shift if that's the case. But even with the polling aggregates not even updated yet in Virginia, it already shows a Trump victory in the state, which is actually insane. I could actually just update it right now and put it at plus, or I could just put it at plus 0.4. what RCP has, and it boosts up to 1.4. So there is definitely a big shift going on here in the state of Virginia as of right now. Even looking at another poll from California, we have a poll that has Joe Biden in the state Basically, if we look at this, it has him at 55 points, roughly, give or take. It's about a 25-point lead as of right now in the state of California, which that's a little bit more off, but polls in California tend to differ depending on what aggregate you're looking at as well. So that's very interesting. Right now, I have a 14-point victory in my forecast due to Asian voters, but clearly there might be a trend that we're possibly not picking up on. However, the state has actually been trending to the right for the past couple cycles, so that doesn't really help the Democrats' case either. But clearly, Donald Trump, based on the polling map, is definitely making inroads in this, in the country as a whole. He's making inroads. His Minnesota lead is not that far either, guys. Like, Biden leads in Minnesota by like a point. In New Mexico, with the new internal, that poll basically put down the aggregate to like +3. And New Hampshire, Trump had a poll where he was up 2 points. They're just not putting in any new polls because they don't want the aggregate to show that Donald Trump is winning the state of New Hampshire in polling now. So it is definitely within realm of possibility for whatever I'm seeing is going to happen will actually occur as of right now. If we look at this map, guys, we just fill this in based on the new, projections, based off the information I updated. Texas, a 19-point victory. If we look at the state of Iowa, we have a 20-point victory. In Ohio, we also have a 20-point victory. And in the state of Florida, we have an 18-point victory as of right now. In California, it's a 14.3 percentage point victory. If we look at Vermont, it's a 29-point win. Maryland and Massachusetts are basically 24 points and 27 points respectively. DC is going to be easy. That's a 75-point win for Joe Biden, which is still a bad shift. That's like a 10-point shift to the right as well. Washington comes in here at around 7.5 points for Joe Biden. Oregon at 5.5 points for Joe Biden. We have Colorado at 5.4% for Joe Biden as of right now. Maine second is going to be safe. Maine's first is actually going to be likely, and then Maine at large will actually go blue in this election scenario. It's literally a 0.1 percentage point margin for Joe Biden. And we look at New Hampshire, it's basically 0.95 percentage point margin for Joe Biden. In the states of Maine and New Hampshire, these states are trending super hard to the left, and that's why it's very hard to see them actually voting for President Trump as of right now. So I understand why the model would still have them as blue. And we look at a state like New York, just a 9.7 percentage point victory for Joe Biden in that state. Illinois just comes in at a 3-point victory for Joe Biden. Yes, I have the state of Illinois trending to the right of Colorado due to African American support, and the demographic model is clearly pushing the state of Illinois to the right of Colorado. As of right now, we have North Carolina coming in at 13.3 percentage points for Donald Trump. We have basically Georgia at 11.2% for Donald Trump. We have Arizona at 10.4. We have Nevada at 12.9, basically 13 points. And we look at New Mexico, it's a 2.4 percentage point victory due to Hispanics moving to the right as well. Alaska will be in the safe column. Hawaii, just a 9.4 percentage point victory for Joe Biden. We look at, Virginia, that's a, basically lean margin, 1.4% for the incumbent president. And we already see Donald Trump has already won the electoral college map. And we look at a state like Connecticut, 11 points for Joe Biden. Rhode Island, 12 points. These states have been trending to the left. We look at Delaware, 8 points for Joe Biden on this map. And we also look at the state of New Jersey, which is a 3.6 percentage point margin for Joe Biden. And we look at states like Wisconsin, 9.9% for Donald Trump. Pennsylvania, 11 percentage points for Donald Trump. And we look at Michigan right now, which currently is a 9.3 percentage point victory in this forecast. And Minnesota is just a single point victory as of right now, with Nebraska second being a 7-point win, which produces a Trump 341 electoral college map to Biden's 197 as of right now. That's basically what the model pretty much shows happening, with New Hampshire and Maine pretty much being the toss-up maps. only being 2 states off from the polling map, by the way. The only difference is Minnesota and New Mexico are essentially going blue, are going red on this map. Other than that, it's basically almost identical to the polling map as of right now. So for everyone that wants to claim that I'm a biased election predictor and that my model is completely wrong, I've already done a video basically breaking down my model and how it has a pretty decent accuracy rate as well. So that is something really interesting. You guys should go check that one out. So overall, Donald Trump is in a strong position to win the Electoral College by more than people are expecting. My popular vote model has Donald Trump winning the election by 8.1%. When all of the state margins are added up and all the votes are counted, it ends up coming out to R+8, which roughly, if you were to look at the RCP aggregate, that's around, a 4 and change error in the RCP aggregate, which is roughly what we actually have, believe it or not. And so that is also another interesting result that we have. And there's no pre-programmed error into the states. I don't add the polling error from the previous cycle into any of the states. The only error I'm adding is the average error of the model itself, going back to 2004 all the way back to 2020. And so if you guys did enjoy this video, please make sure to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel if you want more content just like this, and I will see you guys in the next video.